Now we're going to learn a rock pattern using a pick. This is what it sounds like. For the left hand, we're going to use our first finger to begin with on the 4th string at the 2nd fret. And the left hand really doesn't have to do too much other than a bit of a stretch with your 3rd finger to the 4th string, 4th fret, like that. So we're on this note here, 2nd fret, 4th string. We keep that finger down while we stretch up to there. Unless you're having a problem maintaining that stretch, I suppose you could lift off your 1st finger to make way for your 3rd finger there and then back like this. But if you can, work towards keeping your 1st finger down on that fret and just try stretching your 3rd finger. Now I'm going to play, while you can still see my left hand, I'm going to play what the right hand does. The right hand picks downstrokes on the 5th and 4th string in this timing. Again. Now we can just quickly take a look at the right hand to see how I'm setting up the pick. You hold the pick between your thumb and 1st finger, like we did with the chords, and we take the edge of the palm of our hand and we rest it on the bridge right here. And by resting, it gives us some control over the accuracy of the strings we wish to hit, which are the 5th and 4th string. Now, if I play a little bit of it, like that, you want to make sure that that hand stays on the bridge. But what you can do, so it doesn't sound quite so twangy, is move your hand off the bridge, still on the bridge, but off to the side and onto the strings. That is, your hand will slightly mute or muffle the 5th and 4th string to get more of a dampened down sound, which actually sounds very cool. Difference is this. As opposed to the dampened sound like this. But whatever you do, rest your hand. Try not to keep it up like this because you'll find you won't be so accurate. And it's quite easy to accidentally hit the 6th string when you're playing. You may start off and then go and make an awful racket. It's very easy to do that. So you'll find that you'll be more accurate if you rest your hand there. And if you can, try bringing it onto the strings to dampen the sounds. Let's take a look at the left hand again. Put our 1st finger on the 4th string, 2nd fret, and we're going to be stretching to the 4th fret on the 4th string. Now, as you recall, the 5th string is an open A, so we'll call this an A pattern. Now we do this 4 times. There's our 4th time, and from our 3rd finger we jump the gap. After we've played this twice, we jump the gap to the D pattern, and the right hand has to play the open D in the 3rd string, and we get this twice. Exactly the same pattern. And then we go back to the A pattern twice. Then we go to the E pattern twice. D pattern twice, A pattern 4 times, and then we all start again 4 again. So it's 4 on A, 2 on D, 2 on A, 2 on E, 2 on D, 4 on A. Now we can also do a more up-tempo rock pattern like this. It's a slight variation on the same pattern though with the left hand. The right hand, of course, picks the same pair of strings, in this case the 5th and 4th string, which we call the A pattern. But here we go 2 there, 1, 2, 3, we stretch our 3rd finger up to there, and we lift off 4. If I was counting it, I'd count it like 1, 2, 3, 4, let's say, or 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. However you count it, I wouldn't worry about that for now. But the main thing is that you're there twice, and that chord is only played once, and then you quickly lift it off. So it's... In the previous one, we had a slower, more of a blues type tempo, which is often referred to, by the way, as a shuffle. Now with this one, with our 3rd finger, we hit it twice. We went twice here, twice there, twice here. With this up-tempo rock pattern, we're going hitting it twice there, and once more there, like that. So we would go 4 times on A, D 4 times, A 4 times, E twice, D twice, A 4 times. A few things to watch out for in both examples is when you're going from E, whether it's the shuffle style, across to the D, make sure that you get to the 4th string with your right hand and don't accidentally hit the 5th string with that. Now, ideally, you don't want to be looking at your right hand, so it may take a bit of practice to single out the 4th and 3rd string when you're jumping from E, which is the 6th and 5th string, to the D shape, which only hits the 4th and 3rd string. Same with the rock pattern. Jump and miss out the 5th pattern, the 5th string there, 5th string pattern. So it's good luck with that. To conclude this lesson, we're going to add a couple more chords to your repertoire. In this case, we're going to be learning A, which is A major, and D minor. Now, A major, we want to be able to place our 1st finger on the 4th string at the 2nd fret, our middle finger on the 3rd string at the 2nd fret, and our 3rd finger on the 2nd string at the 2nd fret. So we have all 3 fingers pretty tightly squashed all on the 2nd fret, on the 4th, 3rd and 2nd string. Now the right hand plays from the 5th string down, so you don't play the 6th string, the open E. You start with the open A and strum across. This chord is used quite a lot in songs, as are all the others really, but this one takes a bit of getting used to because of the squashiness of your fingers. There's an A chord, and we're also going to learn a D minor. Now D minor has 1st finger on the 1st string, 1st fret, middle finger on the 3rd string, 2nd fret, and 3rd finger on the 2nd string, 3rd fret. And for this chord, we strum from the 4th string down. Very nice, pretty chord that one is. So we get our D minor chord there, and we also have our A major. Now you may want to set up practicing between those two. Although the chords look different shape-wise, they do have one thing in common, and that is the third finger stays on the second string. So when you're moving between the two chords, here's A major for example, I can simply lift my first and middle finger off, leaving my third finger on the second string, and I can slide without having to lift over the fret. I can just press and slide up to the note D, and I can add the other two fingers for my D minor shape. Once again, A major, lift, slide, place the other fingers, and there's D minor. And the same works in reverse, from D minor to A major. We can go D minor, lift off our first and middle finger and slide this back, form the other two fingers in place, and we have A. Again, D minor, lift, slide back, A or A major. And you may want to set up a tempo practice where you go 4 strums or 4 quarter note beats on A, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and back, 1, 2, 3, 4. When you're doing that type of practice, always be careful that you don't play too fast. You want to select a speed that you can comfortably change the chord in within the time frame that you've selected. You don't want to go 1, 2, 3, 4, oh, groan, change the chord and then hit it. You want to be straight on the beat. 1, 2, 3, 4, and here we go, 1. I was right on the 1 of the next bar. So set up a tempo that you're comfortable with and try and get some of these chords and their changes as quick and effectively as possible.